What
You're
the
bald.
fuck is this?
Wood.
In like the first 15 seconds of a YouTube video if you want monetary gain. But
It's actually the first minute.
well,
Yeah.
we didn't get monetized for this one either, because this picture that should be on screen for viewers right now, what the fuck is this?
I've got
Well,
to
we're
get
not
in
getting
here.
money.
Wood.
Where is this at?
That's gotta be this blowjob ever.
Jesus, I hate this so much. There it is. Oh, that's like a Junji Ito character.
No. I'm not even finna look now. Just because you said that name.
It's hot Junji Ito. That's the thing, though. It's
I
not
mean,
really
by
at all Junji Ito.
by anime standards, the girl is pretty and she got them tickle bitties, but that second mouth, no, that's just no.
What's
Mindset.
wrong with
All
you,
right.
bro?
All right. All right, so that's the cold opening. Then this part will be cut out. Insert music. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, I have
blah.
another thing for the cold opening.
Oh Jesus Christ! Now I have to include this bit. All right.
Where do you fit on this scale? Please tell me.
I fit on the David.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The I am 6 foot. I am 6 foot. I am 6 foot.
I am a doctor. Or I'm a surgeon. I am a surgeon.
I'm a surgeon. That's what it was. Yeah.
All right. It's the Internet Bum Show.
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 It's the Internet Bum Show. Mike, Jake, y'all missed out on the last episode. How are y'all doing?
Oh, you know,
Good.
blanging and banging as always.
Good.
Blinging and ganging.
You left me and AJ unsupervised, and we invited a stranger into the Discord call.
Danger. Didn't they tell you?
Yeah, no kidding.
What's stranger?
So I'm gonna be honest. Because I'd spent so much time preparing for the roast episode, I didn't really have a whole lot I could think to do this week. But I have another discussion post that we'll get to after the interlude.
Should men wear thongs?
Jesus Christ. We'll get to that after MHM. AJ, how are you doing?
Good.
Good. All right. Our first segment we have up tonight is Catastrophic Wingmen. I wrote this down like a couple weeks ago. I honestly don't remember this, so this is going to be as fresh for me as it is for y'all. This episode's post is
Brought to you
entitled.
by Kellogg's.
Yes, brought to you by Kellogg's. Is entitled "People Yelling at 3 a.m. What Should I Do?" The post is as reads.
I am a night owl, and I was hanging out in my room at 3 a.m. when all of a sudden, outside of my window, I vaguely started hearing people yelling at each other. Fuck this, fuck that. They sounded punk too. I went up to the window and listened in and heard them threatening one another. After some more yelling, it went silent, followed by some faint footsteps a couple minutes later and nothing else. So, like, is something up? Did somebody get their teeth kicked in or worse?
I don't really know how you could give advice to this kind of situation, so let's kind of give it like a caption this theme. Let's have AJ. What go first? What do you say to this? Someone
First
is
off,
like,
what do you mean hanging, my brother?
I don't remember where in the post I read the word hanging. What are you on about? What do you mean by that?
Nothing. So there's really no. Honestly, that's a mind your business type deal with this shit. That's all I can say about that. It's like I'm a night owl. I'm this. I'm that. And people are talking at 3 in the morning. Like, okay, why is
God.
Like
that a
normal.
big?
I just found where it says hanging. It's literally like the seventh word in the fucking post.
That's just what.
Continue.
But yeah, that's
Continue.
literally like the fuck, dude. Okay, if you know that they do that, put some headphones on and like drown them out. It's not really a thing to make a post about. Like, that's trivial shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the post said anything about gunfire or anything. At that point, I think it's like fucking duck your head underneath the window and like call somebody.
No, like loud banging or anything either.
Yeah, like it's literally just people yelling and shit, and then it's like some footsteps. Jake, let's have you go next. What is your response? How are you going to react if you hear people screaming at 3 a.m.?
Is it close? Is it far? Is there any like noises accompanied with the screaming? Where am I at when I'm hearing the screaming?
Well, the dude said he was a night owl and hanging out in his room. I'm guessing he's indoors. And my thoughts is that if he's hearing faint footsteps, it's like if he's in an apartment, it's probably out in the hall. If he's in a house, he's hearing some loud ass footsteps like out on some pavement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Which
well, I would probably mind my own fucking business.
my thoughts is like I'm a night owl too. When I'm the only one awake in the house, I do not fucking go outside. I don't. Like even in the backyard, it's like we got privacy fences, but motherfuckers that want what you got or want to get to you, if they want it bad enough, they going over the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Um, Mike, you're the last one. Let's have you give your response. People yelling or screaming at 3 a.m., fucking acting like some goddamn hooligans. What's your response?
If they're acting like hooligans, then if it's like in is it an apartment complex, is it, or is it like nearby kind of thing?
See, it just says hanging out in my room. I'm reading it
Okay.
again,
See, I
and I'm
guess
not
it depends
seeing
on
anything
that.
about apartments or anything like that.
Yeah, I would just say like if they're in an apartment, like if it's continuous, yeah, report it. If it's like a one-off thing, whatever the fuck, who cares? If it's like sounds like physical abuse, you need to have a lot more kind of things to report anything about that. Like how
Yeah.
loud banging, like you said, I agree with that kind of like part of like it was it much? Was it not much?
Yeah, it's like somebody getting
Um
their fucking shit kicked in, or somebody getting shot
yeah.
and dumped in the fucking river.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean dumped in the river, my brother?
Are you gonna
My
be doing
brother.
this all episode?
No.
Me when the brother is in the river.
It's just a picture of AJ looking pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So that was that. If y'all don't have anything else to add, we can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Be
All
pretty
right.
straightforward, brother.
So I've been at an impasse when it comes to planning for these episodes because for the longest time, before we had captioned this, I felt like "Can You Smash That" was kind of like our heavy hitter segment. It had what I felt like was the most creativity, and it brought out the better reactions out of people like AJ. Now that being said, I can respect that Jake and Angel do not like the AI generated pictures that I had to come up with to have as association for the prompts. On top of that, as you do more fucked up things about things that women could have as I guess points against them for lack of a better phrase, it gets harder to come up with ideas. And that being said, there were a couple episodes where I went to the subreddit r/I am a piece of shit. Like the episode where we did the big ass angry dude on the airplane, and the YouTuber that was going around getting in people's faces, and he had the bodyguard, and then like the two dumbass blonde women that were like outside the ex-boyfriend's house playing "I'm Not Your Barbie Girl." All three of those ideas came from that subreddit, which is all good and fine. I don't mind taking ideas off of Reddit. Like half this podcast as a whole came from fucking Reddit just because ideas. That being said, though, when you have to spend a lot of your time on the darker sides of the internet to find ideas, you start to see shit that just doesn't make you feel good. And like r/I am a piece of shit is the primary example of what I'm getting at. So
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is until we can find some better ideas for Can You Smash That, I am shelving the segment. But in its place, I have several different examples of why I don't like going to that subreddit to plan anymore.
Why not
And I figured,
give us like what Can You Smash That? Like throw in some celebrities shit. Like
well, I mean, give me an example and we'll try to make it into a. I mean,
Olivia Rodrigo.
wait, what?
Hang on. I know the name. I can't picture that face right. Let me pull up an image.
Jake, who did you say?
He
Olivia
said
Rodrigo.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh,
I
fuck.
mean,
Yes.
so like, where does the negative trait come into play? Because I know nothing about her.
There are none.
There are none.
So how do you? She's a 10, but it's something. Like you gotta have something.
There's no
No,
but. It's just like
there's no
a nice
but. That's
shot.
just it.
It's like the ending of episode 2. She's a 10, and she's just a 10. And
Yes.
Jake and Mike were like, "Are you high? Like what the fuck are you? You can't do anything with that."
Excuse me?
She's a 10, but she's a 10. I like it.
You just said you can't do anything with that. I can think of several
Damn it.
things to do. That
God damn it.
That's not what I meant. You
Uh,
know it.
yeah.
Back on topic though. Uh, I have several posts from r/I am a piece of shit, and I wanted to share them with y'all, kind of as a caption this. Can you smash that sub in? And I'm gonna share them. They'll be up on screen for people who want to see it. But y'all just kind of give me your reactions to it.
I mean, Roger, what
The
for?
first one is it is entitled, where the fuck is it? Female predators smile during sentencing. The context from it is a female teacher who escapes jail with a plea deal despite raping a male student who is 14 and sending him sick messages. This is her reaction to getting off scot-free. Or, excuse me, escaping via a plea deal.
Oh, his name is Scott.
Nah,
The fuck? I hate you.
She is not attractive. I mean, if I was 14, I would, but I'm not, and I'm an adult. And her husband looks very unhappy.
Puts out.
see, my thing is when they talk about teachers doing it with students, it's typically a male teacher and a female student.
Yeah.
And in the very rare circumstance that it's a female teacher and a male student, my brain instantly goes to that episode of Family Guy where Chris is hitting on his supposed to be attractive teacher. This woman does not fit the bill to be Mrs. Lockhart. That's like she looks like little orphan Annie, like is supposed to be 36 and looks like she's in her 50s.
Probably.
And in the article, in the
Mm.
picture right there, it even says she's 34. The second one I have for you is entitled "The Mugger and the Woman." So I've heard bits and pieces about this trend that's happening of men just randomly assaulting women out in public. And I
Ren?
don't. Yeah, I say it's a trend. It's more of like I guess more of a happening. It's just something that seems to be occurring out there in the world. And I don't know where this happening came from, but this time it was caught on camera outside of what I believe is either a church or a bank. I remember reading one of those two in the post. Unfortunately, it does not capture the building in there, so we're left to make our own assumptions. But here is the video clip. It is posting into Booth One's text chat now.
There it is.
God damn! Okay, there it goes, yeah. In the thumbnail, it doesn't capture the the
Oh, that
building.
head hit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, I don't know why people are getting off on doing this. Like, I mean, he's mugging her, there's that. But
What
the
is this
woman
dainty
looks...
search through the bag?
Yeah, and it's like the woman, she appears to be on the older side. So it's like, who's to say you couldn't just snatched it from her and took off? Did you really have to push her down the brief set of steps?
Somebody
Like,
would have done that to me, bro, and I was on the ground. I would pull my pistol and just light them up without thinking twice about it.
I mean, as long as you didn't have the wind knocked out of you. But I mean, if you're...
I don't need the wind in my body to pull the pistol out of my waistband.
Yeah, I mean, at the age you're at now, you probably would have been better off as long as you didn't hit your head on the concrete.
I would have hit it, and then I would have just started firing at anything at that point because I would have had CTE.
All right. Now, I should have put a disclaimer before the fucking woman hit the ground, but this one features child abuse. And from what I tell, I did a little bit of research, a very brief amount on this particular one, and I believe that this woman was arrested for what she did. But this is a woman, I believe, a chaperone on like a field trip or the teacher or something, physically abusing one of her students. It's posting into booth 1 now.
So all this opposite of all these feel good things we had before.
Don't trust me. I took extra care on picking the light at the end of the
what
tunnel
happens?
for this one.
What is she doing?
She
What the? That's a big bitch.
Punching the kid.
Is that Precious?
It's like punching him into the fucking window. What the?
Jesus, the fuck is wrong with this?
Who is this lady?
I don't know, but from what I remember reading, she was arrested.
Good.
Like, to people that know me, know that I don't like children, but that's just because I was a child once. I mean, we were all children at some point. That's a dumb thing to say, but we all know what our generation of people were like. And Jake can back me up on this particular point. We had teachers that quit or retired because of our generation of students.
Nope.
Like
Mhm.
kids,
Not me.
well, I mean, not because of you, dumbass. But
Nope.
we had people that made teachers get so fed up
Not
that
me.
they just quit.
No
And and it's like the whole, like one of my biggest pet peeves, and I should have brought this up when we were talking about teachers a couple episodes ago, but I hate blanket blame. I hate when you
Oh, yeah.
can't figure out who did something, so you punish everybody, or you're so spiteful and facetious that because one person fucked up, everybody fucked up. So everybody gonna get these hands. I
Everybody
don't
gonna
like
suck
that
that
shit.
dick.
Exactly. I mean, that woman there, she probably got a big fat one. It's just under all them rolls.
just get away with the most like fucked up shit too for teachers as well. Like hearing some guys who goes to the store play Magic and they're saying like their gym teacher creeping on the girls in the bathroom and they've reported about him and nothing's been done. I'm like, that's fucked. And like
Yeah, no kidding.
they were doing a science class. He's like, how much yeast do you think is in your vaginas? Like you could have used like anything else, but like using that, he's just sexually harassing everyone. I'm like, what the fuck? How do people get away with that?
Yeah, no
Just
kidding.
like,
This next one is a little bit more tame. If I had thought about it, I would have ordered them in like least to most vial. But these are just in the
Mhm.
order that I found them. This one is a man doing what I guess I would call I did it for the memes kind of deal. But he takes this man's hat and throws it into a ring, a hockey game. It's posting in the booth 1 now. I should say also that this man low key looks like that real Peter Griffin guy, but if he was a douchebag.
oh yeah. Why?
Yeah, like what purpose does it serve? I did it for the Vine, man.
Like points at the
I did it for the TikTok. A little bit of foreshadowing with that one.
like can get it back, but why? Why?
I promise you, I would have cut some bacon off of his back in the middle of the whole fucking game.
For
My thing is, bro,
real.
like hockey fans are usually a lot more aggressive than that. Like he should have beat his fucking ass.
He's lucky.
Yeah, but this man
I'm
looks to be on the older
I've seen it,
side.
dude. That doesn't matter. I've seen like a 56-year-old man pull somebody over, like somebody that was on a lane above them, pulled them down across like 3 of them, threw them down,
Yep.
beat the shit out of them.
In that instance, and I'm not trying to fat shame here, but in that instance, I would have been worried about pulling him not far enough and him landing on me. Like one of the things that some of my more rotund bullies used to say to me is, "Bitch, I'll sit on you." So weight is a thing. Sir Isaac Newton proved that when he had a fucking apple hit him in his head.
In the thing, man.
Over here sounds like I've been hitting the fucking head. All right,
Me
this
when I hit
next
the
one.
apple in the thing.
This next one is from what I believe is someone's like doorbell cam or something. This person pulls up in a van and steals their pet parrot off the fucking porch.
What?
Posting into booth 1 now.
I actually think I've seen this one.
Like just steals the whole fucking cage, the bird, everything.
Yeah.
And then and he's got a getaway driver. Like who's out here putting together heist crews to steal birds? We've got a couple more. This one and the last one. It's kind of a tie of which one makes me angrier. Just because, like, they make me angry for different reasons. I'm not saying one is more egregious than the other, but they're both just like really fucked up. This next one is a guy who is stopping to give a homeless man his jacket, and man tries to steal it. It's posting into booth 1 now.
He tries to steal a homeless man?
No, he's giving the homeless man his jacket, and the homeless man like
he's making him
beats
suck
up and
his
tries.
dick. Oh wait, never mind.
Deals from? What the fuck?
Bro, you know where he sleeps. What are they both drunk?
It looks like
No. But this goes back to the classic saying, no good deed goes unpunished.
Checkmate, liberals.
And then the last one I have for y'all. This one I believe is actually like an actual thing, just because it looks like a fucking TikTok trend. But there's this thing about going to a restaurant, ordering a beverage, and then when they hand it to you, you fucking throw it right back at the person, splash
Oh
it all
yeah,
over 'em.
yeah. That's
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, what was it called? Grenade or something? Grenade out.
Yeah. It's posting into booth 1 now.
Hi, it's 11. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great, thanks.
Can I also
Fire in the hole. That's what it is. Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Most of them aren't that
Like-
intense.
Like the way she leans out, I cut the audio when I was watching it with y'all just now because it's kind
I
of
saw
loud
that
and
one.
on this
Yeah.
Chromebook it's hard to like maintain the volume or whatever. But it looks like with how she leaned out, he like tried to say something but did it like so she would lean out and be like, "What'd you say?" And then
Yeah.
that's when he hits her.
I have seen
So
that one.
it's
Sounds stupid.
like people are just so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard to deal with. But yeah, that's all those came from me trying to plan for a lighthearted segment where we also do fucked up shit by rating non-existent women, I guess.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say we're doing some fucked up shit, but I don't know, like dropping people and like, dropping
No.
pants, dropping
No,
something.
nothing like that. But it's like just trying to gather bits. Like, how do you turn any of those into a she's a 10, but she does this? Like, AJ said that he would literally beat the shit out of more than half of the people that I fucking showed you. So that's not
Yeah.
a smash. That's a I'm gonna fuck you up. You don't get no 10s out of that.
It is.
So, of course, it could be like the fucking firework bomber, and it's like, did you hit anyone with the firework? No, you can sleep on the couch. You hit a bunch of people, I'm about to fuck you in the ass tonight.
Wait, what?
Excuse me?
Huh?
Pause?
I don't. Maybe I'm not in the same conversation. I'm confused.
Hang on,
Yeah.
let me. I'm
That's
pulling
from
up.
old.
I'm
That was,
pulling up the fucking episode.
Keep my hands off of that. If she
Yeah.
only threw smoke bombs out the window, I'm like, you basic bitch. Like, get the hell away from me. You are not fun at all. Solid 11. There we go. All right.
Okay.
Did
Uh-huh.
you hit anybody with those fireworks? If she says no, you're sleeping on the couch. If she says yes, you're getting raw dog. There we go. That's it.
Yeah, let's say it's from an episode. Yeah.
It
I
has.
thought that was a
Was
quote
I
there.
present for this episode? Was I drunk?
Yes.
So
No, you weren't. So this is before AJ started trying to chill the fuck out. Because a couple episodes ago, or a few, we said something about like him. No, I remember what it was. It was the end of the year special. and we were doing the tournament, and we said something about AJ smacking his desk and then what he would do to women he didn't like. And he said, I will not incriminate myself in this podcast. And I said, let it be known, let it never be forgotten that when we rated the she's a 10, but she's anti-video game and tries to beat the shit out of you if she catches you playing them, AJ said she was a 5 because, quote, I hit back. And he gets real close to the mic and says, I will not incriminate myself. Next one.
I remember that. Yeah.
I cannot confirm nor deny that I have
I
said.
think you should deny.
I deny all
I feel like
claims.
you should.
Like I deny all claims of that right there. That's
Fucking receives a cease and desist from YouTube. We have determined that several of your videos on your channel contain domestic violence suggestions, and in order to be able to continue using our platform, we are going to request that you edit this content out or take down the video altogether. That's how you write something without sounding like ChatGPT wrote it, because I fucking stumbled on over half those words.
No, the teacher probably still says ChatGPT.
Yeah,
No
fucking
shit.
fuck that professor.
All right.
God damn, what a fuck.
That's some like pre-podcast jokes for anyone who wants to know. But you gotta be part of the crew, otherwise you won't know.
All right, you fucking pussies. You are listening to the Internet Bum Show. Like and subscribe for more of this podcast, potential gaming videos, and more Clussy. Back to the show.
So on to the main program for tonight. This is something that I'd kind of discussed with Jake a couple times over the last few months, and I think it's about time we made an episode about it. So earlier I mentioned some foreshadowing, and it was because I was mentioning doing stuff for TikTok. Jack Doherty,
Doherty?
we used him. We used him as a prompt for Can
Hate
You
that fucking
Smash
kid.
That?
Hate him. Hate him. Hate him. Hate him.
The guy walking around the mall getting in people's faces and using his bodyguard to defend him, that boy's name is Jack Doherty.
Yeah, or Doherty,
And-
goddammit. Quit saying it like that.
Doherty.
Well,
His name is Doherty because when I see him, he gonna be hurting.
well, I mean, I'm too broke to be able to pronounce his name according to him.
That's fine.
Honestly, other than
Yes.
I think he's a vile piece of shit, I don't have anything personal against him. I'm just choosing him because we've discussed him, or at least his actions before, and he just happens to be the easiest target for me to pick. But the overall topic is clout talkers and people doing shit on TikTok just for the sake of money, like doing fucked up shit. And it's like if you're doing a goofy little dance, you like you think your kid's cute or whatever, that's fine. This ain't about you. You go take your fucking hate mail somewhere else. But if you're a piece of shit that does fucked up things to people just for the sake of money, this is about you, and step up to the plate, because you about to get flamed. So the original clip in question, or excuse me, magazine, I keep forgetting we do that on this show. If anyone needs to be reminded, this is the video. It's posting into booth 1 now.
Go.
Oddly enough, I was just talking to some friends of mine out here about that.
Little prompt, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
It's like the dude tries to step up to him, and then bodyguard swoops in. And it's like, what? What are you gonna do?
the fucking bodyguards.
Yep. Right. So obviously, the two main things there is he's out there harassing strangers. The man that's supposed to be protecting him steps in, which I guess the only defensible thing you can say about the bodyguard is he's paid to protect little doofus, so he's doing that. But moral code's got to intervene at some point, I guess. But
Yeah.
the fact that, like, it's really strange when you discuss topics like this, because one of the things I said in the educator episode, or the education and free speech episode, is that when people have discussions about how they view things, oftentimes we spend too much time saying the wrong things and asking the wrong questions. So it's like, if you go to Jack's Twitter or go to any video of this, you see nothing but comments about how fucked up what he's doing is, and how it's like we'd beat the shit out of him if he did something. It's like I see people talking about how he's doing fucked up shit and how
It's like if you came up to me and did that, I'd shoot you, blah, 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 blah.
and somebody, I don't know if it was Jack or somebody else, but somebody doing that shit got shot. And then it's like they didn't press,
That shit
or
was funny.
they tried to press charges, but the judge ruled in favor of the dude defending himself. And what does little dumbass do as soon as he gets out of the hospital? He goes right back to it. And it's like, nearly losing your life didn't fucking teach you don't do that shit?
Nope.
I don't know, man. But I've got a few items here to kind of help reinforce the topic. And this is what kills me. This is like, I'm not going to make CMJ Entertainment or the Internet Bumshow out to be, it's this great, fantastic thing, we should be millionaires. My planning is lackluster as indicated by the outline of this episode, and our quality is, I would say, slightly above average. But this podcast, in all of its glory, makes none of us any fucking money. And this kid is out here able to purchase this fucking sports car in this image, or in this TikTok. I'm sure you boys are aware of the trend that's going around where it's like, somebody says like, oh, I'm such and such, I can do this. And then another person says, I'm blah, blah, blah. Of course I can do this, but it's supposed to be something fucked up. And then like they're supposed to go off to the side. And it's like,
I'm not saying that.
Okay, well, fuck it.
And yeah, I'm your father, because of course I beat their ass. Like, I just like, no, we're supposed to be nice to each other.
Yeah, no kidding. So in this particular exhibition of the trend, it's something like, I'm the boyfriend, of course I hold the door. And then it's like, I'm the girlfriend, of course 2 inches is okay. And then it's like, you're supposed to say some nice blah blah. The point is this sports car. That's why I have this on the outline. So
we're cops. Of course we shoot black people when we pull them over. Like, that's the kind
no,
of
no
shit.
But watch this mag and look at the fucking sick ass car.
I'm the boyfriend. Of course I opened the car door for her.
I'm the girlfriend. Of course I think 2 inches is enough.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Why would you say that?
Bro, I thought
we're making a new video.
Okay, fine.
This kid is only able to afford that car because of the money he's making from doing these TikToks. Well,
the feet for free?
Maybe. I feel like I'm a little derailed now because I hadn't considered it being a rental. The reason I feel inclined to believe it's not a rental though is because I'm pretty sure in some of the other stuff I've seen on his feet, that car's still present. So unless you're renting the same cars over and over again just to make it look like you own them.
I don't know. Who knows?
But it's like, back to what I was saying about the hate comments. People are saying how deplorable this kid's actions are, but the money is coming from the platforms that he's uploading the videos to. If his actions are so deplorable, why are people watching it? And it's like, you see something once and you're like, I don't like this, don't show me this shit ever again. But for him to have millions and billions of views, people are watching this shit religiously. So who out there, it's like either the people who are for it aren't commenting and aren't speaking up about how much they like it, or we've got some two-faced motherfuckers like, no, I don't like that shit, but they're like secretly watching. It's like, where are the views? I mean, yeah, maybe. Is that what I need to do for fucking CMJ? Just start view botting so we can make some fucking money? I think not.
Well, most people do.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's how, if you look at Neon streams, he's botting 90%. I think it was 85 maybe.
On to the next thing. Nothing really needs to be said about the Tate brothers. They need no fucking introduction. This one is not about Andrew, though. apparently, Jack and Tristan Tate got into a beef at some point. I do not know if this was ever settled. I spent as little time as possible on Jack's Twitter just because I can't stand the fucking guy. But for the sake of being able to at least say I did a little bit of research, you got to step into the fire at some point. So what I have here is a clip, or excuse me, magazine of Tristan Tate talking about why he would spoil his mother. It's posting into booth 1 now. And after y'all have viewed it, I will explain the relevance of it.
Mom doesn't want all the stuff I have. And she's like, okay, I'm coming to see you. Can you book me a flight? I book private jets anyway. Oh, Tristan, you shouldn't waste all that money. I spoil my mom. And that's a very good feeling. They say money doesn't buy happiness. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Doesn't matter about, people say, oh, I'd rather cry in a Lamborghini. No. Maybe the cars don't buy you happiness. And genuinely, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They make me pretty happy. But when your mom says, my mom had a heart attack in December, quite famously. Everyone heard that story, She's in Hardy Street Medical Center at the best doctors in the best hospital. And you're like, thank God I can do that. Money does buy happiness. Yeah, my mom's she's doing well now. And hopefully she'll be doing well for a very long time. But yeah, I spoil her. I really do. And she deserves it. She was poor every day of her life until she was 55. She never had any money. Never had a nice bag, a first-class flight, nothing until she was 55. When I made money. So good. I hope she lives forever, but for every single day that she's around, I'm going to spoil her.
That's the way it should be. That's the way.
To Mr. Tate's credit, I do the exact same thing for my family.
You're poor.
I
there it is.
God damn it. The saying...
There's a difference between making bad financial decisions and having the money to make dumb financial decisions.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not out here spending bukus of money on dumb shit. But the traditional saying goes, you want your children to have it better than you had it. I, within my means, try to do the opposite. I, to an extent, through stories I've been told growing up, know what life was like for my parents. And when I can, I try to do things for them that they would normally not do for themselves. And it's not because they don't want it, it's more because they wouldn't want me to. You do what you would like to be able to do to see your family happy, even if they don't want it for themselves. That is not the point I'm trying to make by showing you this. With that side rant over, this is why I bring it up. Posting now is a picture or a screenshot of Jack responding to Mr. Tate's message. And you see that little side tidbit there at the end. All the haters are sad brokies.
I'm not a sad brokey. I'm a happy brokey.
Exactly.
There it is. Yeah.
Fucking idiot. Get it right. Know the difference.
Know my brokiness.
At least I'm not dumb. You fucking Richie. Dumb Richie.
Richie Rich.
But there's that. Moving forward, this goes back to what I was saying before. They apparently had a beef. And look at what Jack had to say to Mr. Tate. They're beefing over who's richer. And then you got Jack up here saying, how much money did you make at 20 though? You can't compare us. I've done way more at my age than you did. You're mad I figured it out earlier than you. And to that I'm like, what did you figure out? How to piss people off and make a living doing it?
Yeah.
But he says, I don't care what anyone says. I will never be in my late 30s hating on someone half my age behind a keyboard. I feel like, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm almost 30, so who knows? At what age do you grow up and hop off Twitter to spend time with your kids? Now, I can't say that all of that doesn't apply. Obviously, he's not in his late 30s and has no kids that he'd be better off spending time with than hating on Twitter. But by continuing this feud on Twitter, are you not being a hater behind a keyboard yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the difference is he's not a mid-30s hater. He's an early 20s hater.
Right.
Yep.
So what we're saying is we'll settle for Jack's side on this because he's the much younger side of this beef. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. That is the argument he's making.
All right. That being said, going back to the original topic or the original points I was making about people in the comments section just tearing him to shreds, here is the comments responding to what he said about how he'll never be in his late 30s hating on someone. I suppose I'll go ahead and read them out because not everyone's able to pull up the screen and view it. We got one comment that says, "You're hot and all," which I don't buy into that, but to each their own, I guess. But
The
please,
salami milking.
for the love of anything, stop the cringy content. Someone said yes. Says, nope, need a little more than that. And then someone says, what the fuck are you doing? Love to see you 30 years from now. And then, like Jake said, the salami milking machine. Then someone said, no, pay me. There was also a clip that I was not able, fucking video I was not able to download because of Mr. Musk's X. You gotta pay to be able to download Twitter, blah blah blah. I do have a link to it though, and I will be putting that in booth 1 now. It's FouseyTube screaming at Jack, and then some people in the comments you'll notice sided with Fousey and some sided with Jack.
How do you expect a girl to feel your penis? You're the type of guy to go full deep into a girl and say, do you feel it yet? No, she doesn't feel it, you fuck. Take more Viagra. She doesn't feel it because you don't know how to fuck. You don't know how to be a man. You're a cock. You're the type that lets your wife do an OnlyFans and get fucked by a black guy like Adam 22.
But I thought it was a little interesting to see someone who made similar content of fucking with people attacking a younger person who makes content of them fucking with people.
I wish he would have swung on him and beat his ass, to be completely honest.
What, swung on Fousey?
Yeah, I wish he would have swung on Fousey and Fousey beat his ass.
You should change the link to a VX Twitter and then you just listen to it in the app without having to go over to Twitter.
As long as you're on mobile, because I'm on the Chromebook, it treats Discord. It treats all the apps like it's a mobile app. Like, the Chrome app is like the only thing where it's somewhat like a web app. It's kind of weird. But, I don't know. Oh, god damn it. So, like the original discussion with education and free speech, I had a questionnaire that I meant to have y'all answer before I showed you any of this shit, and I completely botched it. So, let's go ahead and get through that, I guess. Even though the fucking context is there. Let's just go alphabetically. We'll have AJ, then Jake, then Mike, and I'll ask you, what is your opinion on the trend of being a menace or nuisance on TikTok to gain views, reactions, and followings?
People do anything for clout. People do anything for recognition, and people will definitely sell their soul just to get a little bit of fame and fortune. And the shit doesn't even last that fucking long when you actually get it. It's sad. It's just like, oh, I'm rich. I did this. Okay, now you got to top that. And it's so weird how you keep climbing that fucking ladder all the way up until you actually do something that gets you to lose every fucking thing that you just. So the whole thought about that is just, it's dog shit. People get on TikTok to get rich. They get those few views. I'm going to do something even worse. I'm going to go down the street and I'm going to start slapping random people. That word.
I'm gonna push an old wet lady down the steps of a fucking church.
And nobody knows that those are like real people, and you don't know who that person's connected to, and that person can easily find you and fuck you up. So it's stupid. People are stupid. They're stupid. Like, I can't like any other fucking way. People are like legit stupid.
Yeah.
This is kind of an after. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just tired of it. Like, I know, like, we're on YouTube and shit, and we make funny content at times, and we talk about stuff, but everybody's in the confines of their home or someplace stationary, not doing anything, and we're taking the slow and steady wins the race way while other people get on TikTok Hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm going to push my friend in a wheelchair down some stairs today just to get those views. And they do something even worse, and even worse, and even worse. And it's just like, do you use your fucking brain? And then when they get in trouble and they want to cry in front of everybody, and they're just like, I didn't think it would go that bad, or I didn't want that to happen. You're pushing somebody down a fucking flight of stairs in a wheelchair.
That's
Like,
it.
it's people are just the world is a big pile of shit, and people are the cause of it. That's basically all I can say about that.
And this is kind of an afterthought, but I just came up with this theory. I wonder if one of the reasons that the people who do support that kind of content do so is because they're in the mindset that all this shit is staged. Because one of the ways that people are
Yeah.
like, they're like, how are you doing this? And it's like, it's fucking fake. It's paid actors. I wonder if everyone who is in favor of this douchebag is like, well, he just pays people. He pays people to be like, act like you're mad at me for fucking with you, and they're like, it's staged. It's like watching Game of Thrones or some shit. It's not like it's real. So I don't. I mean, I guess if you think that shit's like fake, and you're like, I just find it funny because it's acting. But I mean, I saw this one clip, and I wish I had been able to find it because it would have been perfect for this episode. But there was this one instance where he was attacking or antagonizing this like middle-aged man. He had his wife and daughter with him, and then he starts like trying to do something to the daughter, and then the dad just picks him up and body slams him. So the bodyguard bum rushes and tackles him, and it escalates into this crazy ass fucking brawl. And Jack's girlfriend is like, he didn't do anything to you. He didn't do anything to you. What are you doing? What the fuck, man?
Drum's a motherfucker, especially when money's involved.
I,
And that's what we call a clout chasing bitch that has nothing to do with her life other than dick ride and sit with somebody and not get a job herself. That, my friends, is the degradation of this world now.
I wish I hadn't like pitched up my voice because I sometimes forget that my editing software's got that voice changer shit. I could just make myself sound like a woman, but now I gotta leave it as it
Christian,
because
you
it's just
already
gonna
sound
turn
like
into
one.
scratchy shit. Fuck you, Jake. Answer the question. What are your views on the trend of being menace TikTok? Blah 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 blah.
It's annoying. If I ever had to deal with those people in person, I would not let a bodyguard stand between me and Jack Doherty. I would beat his motherfucking face in. And there's nobody that could stop me at that point in time. If he sat there and did some stupid shit to me, it would be over. It takes a special to make that kind of content, because not only are you like just pissing everybody around you, you're also going out of your way to make sure that you never have a career outside of that, because everyone's going to know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they don't even try to cover up their identity. They don't put on a mask or nothing.
Nope.
That's like something that the pranksters of the past at least had going for them, because they put on a hood, you couldn't see their hair. They put on like a face mask or something, you couldn't see that.
Yeah, they
It's
put
like
on
as
white
long as you
hoods
couldn't
and ran around
identify
them.
their fucking, as long as you couldn't identify their eye color, you were fine. Mike, your thoughts? Or I mean, I guess since you wrote your answers in ahead of time, you could just read that.
Yeah, I'll just read that and like add on if anything I can think of. Saying that they try to just fuck off, and I honestly, genuinely do not understand why people enjoy watching them. It like, yeah, I don't get it whatsoever. And something that's happened recently and stuff like that is they're also the reason people behind like popular Japanese areas have banned white people from going to these awesome cultural heritage and different experience sites, thanks to just people being fucking stupid.
Oh no, that's been a thing for that's been a thing before social media, brother. That's like they just don't.
But I mean, like lately though they have banning them specifically because of people who have been doing clout chasing and stupid shit there.
Like Johnny Somali and that other guy.
Yeah, exactly, those people. Yeah, and
but
it's
Johnny
like
Somali's
it just
black,
ruins it,
and they already have a
change
problem with black people over there. Yeah, it does.
Well, I mean that the fact that they're just banning any American people over there, as I should put it, I guess.
I'm just going to use a British accent.
Even that them getting banned because like Chris Broad talked about that, and he's British, and like they wouldn't allow him in too for a video thing that he was trying to do. And that's how it came up. It's like it's just stupid. It's like, why would you want to watch them? Like I never get it. for that.
That's like Neon. Like, fucking like him. Like, if I ever had a chance to meet him, I'd try my best to knock his fucking teeth out. Like, I don't give a fuck how many bodyguards you got. God damn it, they better stop me before I get to you. That's all I'm saying. Because he's like one of the leading fuck on what, Twitch, YouTube, or whatever the fuck he's on. And it's just like doing all of this stupid shit for no fucking reason. And you're doing this for a bunch of people that really don't give a fuck about you. And then you're trying to make it out like you're actually you're actually funny and you're actually all of these things when you're not. You're just a prepubescent teenager, the same color as ketchup and mustard mixed together with a big ass set of glasses and God knows how many monstrous teeth in his fucking mouth. I can't stand that fucking dickhead. And hopefully somebody will literally find that piece of shit on the street and curb stomp the fuck out of him until he cannot walk anymore. Because I can't fucking stand him. I can't stand this Jack Doherty dude. Trust me, I'll take the charges. I happily go to jail for kicking the shit out of him and unaliving his bodyguard because it's just bullshit, dude.
Yeah,
We're
for real.
glorifying the dumbest fucking people that walk the face of the earth now. Like, we have our shit.
Don't forget that one dude who shot the fucking TikTok or whatever got off for, using self-defense. So
Yeah, but he still got charged with firing a weapon in a public vicinity or some shit. Like, it was dumb. It was very fucking dumb.
I mean, compared to what he could have got, like, I get what you're saying. He shouldn't have got that either. But compared to what he could have gotten, I feel like it could have been a lot fucking worse. Like, the good people get punished way too often for having to put up with bad people's bullshit. Mike and Jake, I know y'all are operating on limited time, so I'm gonna move on to the next question. AJ, if you encountered one of the, we just did that. Y'all kind of tied it into your answers for number one, so we're just gonna skip number two. Number three, I feel like I know the answer to this, but this was supposed to be asked before I showed y'all all the Jack Doherty shit. Would you ever consider becoming one if it looked like you had a good shot at making a lot of money regardless of any potential consequences?
Money is not worth it if it's involving self-degradation. And I'm sorry, that even goes for like those people that do shit for Mr. Beast. Like, it's just money's not that fucking important to me. I'd much rather like live my days out working at like Taco Bell or some shit where at least
having people throw drinks at you.
No, because if somebody throw a fucking drink at me, you can kiss my freedom and their life goodbye. Because I promise you,
AJ coming out that window.
Trust me. Like, funny story. I used to work at Taco Bell, and one of the customers came through the window, and he was just talking shit. And then he turned to me. He was like, "Oh, he's stupid too." And I was just like, "I bet you fuck your mom when you go home." Like, I literally had that shit on camera. And the dude literally was just looking at me, and he just drove off because he wanted to start shit. I literally had a guy at Taco Bell get pissed off at me like I did something, and he tried to pull a gun on me. And I'm just like, dude, I promise you, if you don't shoot that shit by the time I get to you, you're gonna wish that you had.
Because he's gonna make out with you real hard.
No, fuck all that make out shit. I promise
like
you.
tongue down throat.
It's just hard shit. No, I can't do it, man. Like, money is not that fucking important to me.
Thank you for that thumbnail idea, AJ. Jake, would you ever consider doing any of this fucked up shit?
No.
Mike?
My one is saying is like, I'd have to be guaranteed a lot of money. Like, not if it's like there's a good shot. You'd have to be paying me shit tons of, and like
probably you never have to work again levels of money.
Yeah, that kind of money. And like, it would not be fun, not be for clout, just for money. And I'd probably share with people I know it like. Considering you would have to guarantee me that money. I'm not doing it for like clout chasing, fun, anything. You got me fucked.
Share it with some of the victims, maybe.
Yeah, there is a money amount. I can say that, but I don't know what it would be.
I mean, at that point, if you're sharing it with the people you're fucking with, that just goes back to people thinking that it's okay because it's acting and paid people.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's like the Sacha Baron Cohen thing, bro. Like, his characters are obviously like satire and funny. But if Sacha Baron Cohen just came out and was like being a fucking dickhead to people, And they'd be like, "Fuck you, bro! You're a piece of shit." But no, he's a genuinely down to earth guy, but his characters are over the top.
Of course. All right. That's the end of the main program. So if y'all don't have anything to add, we can move on to the light at the end of the tunnel. All right. The light at the end of the tunnel I have for y'all is here is your light at the end of the tunnel. I felt like it would have been appropriate with some of the heinous things that were done to poor and innocent people this evening. So this is a poster for an angel shot, which for those who don't know is something you can order at, I guess, whatever bar this was for. And it's got 3 variants depending on the severity of your situation. And when you order them, the barkeeper will perform a specific action to help get you to safety, whether it's escorting you to their vehicle. Looks like one of them is calling the police. God damn it, I hate the fucking... It won't even post it. I'm just going to share the Reddit link with y'all. It will be on screen for listeners. But there you go. And the other one was call an Uber. But I thought it was cool that in order to help keep, patrons safe, they had like basically a code word. It's like, hey, I need help. But you just order an angel shot. And this is kind of like a little side bit, but it kind of works out in honor of Angel because he could not make it for whatever reason. All right, boys, it's time for the outro. The last 2 episodes, we went alphabetical order. Mike, let's have you go first this time. What is the most random thing on your mind right now?
Gaming, faming, and reaming.
Sounds great. Jake, first thing comes to your mind.
I don't know.
Great. AJ, first thing that comes to your mind.
Ketchup is always better with hot dogs and cheeseburgers that are officially deemed necessary for the 4th of July.
So, not those Mountain Dew dogs from a few episodes back, right?
No, the Shrek Twinkies are the worst.
What the fuck, blasphemy? Did you just say in my Discord call? Shrek Twinkies?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, no. Y'all stay right there. I gotta Google this shit. Shrek Twinkies. Gross! Gross!
Go ahead and post it.
Jesus.
Post it.
Don't do it.
It won't post. I'm gonna post a link to the image. See if it'll post the picture that way. No, it won't.
It does nope. Redirect notice.
What is it? Shrek Twinkies?
Yo,
Yes.
those look. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I want one.
Remember how Family Guy said Twinkies can survive the apocalypse? Is
I
this
got
what
you,
happens to
Cancel.
them?
There you go.
No,
Oh wait, that's not
don't
the right
get
thing.
me. I don't want to be
You can buy
gotten.
them for $4.20.
Oh no.
Yeah, 420. Oh, it won't let me even actually copy the image properly. Oh, yeah. Let me just
Anything in there.
screenshot.
That's so nasty.
Oh, thank you. For some reason, this Chromebook has a hard time posting direct pictures.
It won't
really
copy
weird.
it for me either, so it's just straight doesn't copy.
All right.
It made
This is a little interesting because I have the 3 people I plug every episode. You can find AJ at twitch.tv/ you can find AJ at twitch.tv/ Faust. No, Alfred Solis. Fuck. You can find Mike at twitch.tv/ shutyourface. And you can find Jake at twitch.tv/underpassjoe. That's
Underpissed Joe now.
JOH.
Underpiss homo.
Subscribe to CMJ Entertainment, where we do not fucking make clout talks. The Internet Bum Show will be back. Oh, 2 weeks from now. Exactly 2 weeks from the day that this is being recorded. So it'll probably be like a fucking week from when this goes out. Listeners, if you would like to roast me for my annoying feminine voice, the dumb podcast segments I write, or any of the other shit that Mike, Jake, and AJ hate on me for regularly, feel free to submit a comment. Next month, May, is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Shit.
We'll be doing 2 specials. One of them will be a discussion episode like this one where we actually sit down and discuss this shit like grown adults. The other one, which I think the cast will enjoy much more, will be roasting me for the entire fucking episode.
Not just roasting, but spit roasting.
They are going to roast me so hard that my mental health will be in the shitter. Just
one in the mouth and one in the ass. All right.
Just as a little preview, here's the outline, which I finished weeks ago because I was excited for it. We have roasting me in general. Then we have a special caption this where I've chosen 6 of my worst pictures from Facebook. We have the main program, which is roasting my Facebook rants, and then any side roast that the community of our friends and listeners would like to submit. So submit in the comments of this very video if you would like for your roast of me to be read on the air. This has been
canceled.
Yes. No. Maybe we'll figure something out. This has been the Internet Bum Show. Thank you and good night.
Good day. Bye. See you later.